One of the older songs that we looked at reintroducing for our Freedom Reign album was this song, Forevermore. In actual fact, this is among the very first songs that we recorded for those sessions and for that album, and I'm pretty sure that's right. I mean, it was originally written, this song, and appeared on my very first album called Finding Glory, and that was a few years back now, and Rach and I decided that we loved it so much that we had to include it on our Freedom Reign album. And so we sat down and we discussed various options around what that would look like for this particular song. You know, the feel of it, the structure, the form of the song, and you know, we didn't just want to simply re-put it out there as is or for the sake of it, or just re-record it. We felt we really needed to do something different and apply a little bit more attention to detail for this song, and just offer something unique about this particular track that maybe some of the other songs that we've got or have worked on in the past don't have. But in saying that, we wanted to retain the integrity of this particular song, that I felt that I needed to refresh the lyrics in the verse. I wanted those lyrics to better reflect the theme and the core message in this particular song, and try and match it up a bit better with some of the core themes in the album as a whole. So yeah, I looked at updating the verses with the lyrics. I didn't want to touch the bridge or the chorus, but I certainly felt that the verses were a necessary change for the better and for the greater good. But I didn't want to change the words for the sake of changing the words. I think when you're songwriting, I think it's very easy to want to change something, particularly when it comes to lyrics, just for the sake of change, and I was very careful and conscious of that. The nature of the song is very stripped back, it wasn't as stripped back as it is now, as you would hear on the album. It was actually a bit more bouncy, a bit more poppy, but we did pull the vibe back a little bit, and I found the more that we explored those options, the more it became and started to read and feel like someone's in their quiet place in a room having a conversation with God, and that's definitely something that we wanted to go for, something very different and unique, and you know, very, very stripped back and very chilled. The origins of this song are, I remember writing this song probably about a decade ago now, originally, and I had the chorus kicking around for quite some time, but you know, that came from me just wanting to articulate and put into words this love of God, like this way that God loves me. It was so hard for me to find the perfect words in the English language, in the English dictionary, that all I could come up with was, "You are amazing and beautiful." That was the original line, and you know, that's obviously that became the chorus. I learned that you really can't put words to His sovereignty and His power and His beauty and His kindness and His love and His grace and everything. See, you just run out of words pretty quickly. The more I walked with God, and the more I began to understand what it meant to trust in God, the more I did it. The more I found myself standing in a place where I felt more and more comfortable to be able to place my trust in Him. I realised that one day I decided that there was no other place that I would rather be than in His loving arms, and in His will, in His faithfulness that pursues me. And I remember deciding that, God, I want all of You, and I want my life to be, you know, doing what I can to express who You are through my life. And you know, sometimes in life the only thing to do is to offer up a spirit of surrender, and the only thing I can do and I could do at various times in my life is to lift my hands and worship You, Jesus, worship You, God. Submit yourself underneath a higher and a greater authority. I've come to learn through a number of years now walking with God and in His light that very much so everything that He is to me, everything that God means to me, everything that is in my life is because of Him. And He is forevermore. Like, He is forevermore, and He keeps His promises, and He is unfailing. His kindness is unrelenting. His grace is so abundant and has been evident in my life for so many years now. And I just pray that this song encourages somebody out there who needs that reminder. Or maybe you don't know anything about God. That's totally cool. But my encouragement is give Him the chance, give Him a go, and see what He can do in your life, because He's done so many wondrous things in my world that I could do nothing else but write a song that expresses my gratitude to Him, because He is forevermore.